Let's learn how to set up YourBooks account. You can sign up with the registration link, or you can go on YourBooks website and click on the Sign Up button. Click on the Sign Up option. Fill up the required details: name, mobile number, email ID, password. Then select the plan you want to opt, or you can choose the free 14-day trial option. If you want to experience the trial version, the amount will be automatically calculated based on your plan. Next, you can enter a promo code if available. Click on the Sign Up button. Once you click on Sign Up, you will receive a verification mail on your registered mail address. Click on the Verify option. Post this, you will be redirected to the login page. Submit the login details, which is your email and saved password. Click on Let's Get Started. Enter the GST number associated with your business. In case you don't have a GST number, you can skip this step. Click on Proceed to Verify. Fill up the required details like company name, CIN number, DIN number, GST number, GST number's username. You can again ignore GST details in case you don't have a GST number. Next, submit the SAC/HSN code associated with your business. You can mention NA in CIN and DIN number in case you don't have it, but submitting HSN code associated with your business is mandatory. A user can mention multiple HAC codes associated with their business. Based on your GST number, your business address will be fetched. In case you don't have the GST number, kindly fill in the address manually. Next, fill in the other important contact details: contact person's name, email, a company PAN number, bank details associated with your business. UPI ID, if any. You can also add a QR code to receive your payments instantly. Next, add a signature which you want to mention on your invoices. Submit your brand logo, which you want to show on the invoices. You can also add default instructions for quotation and invoices here, so you don't have to add it again and again. And boom! Your YourBooks account is ready? So now you can start making your quotations and invoices. Let us see how you can create quotations on YourBooks. Go to the side menu and click the Quotation tab. Then click on the Create Quotation tab. Select the date of quotation, select the type of quotation, and choose the name of the client, vendor. In case you want to add a new vendor or client, you can watch a separate tutorial for that. Next, fill in the other important details for the quotation. Check the quotation number and bank account details. In case you want to create a PI for the same quotation, you can click this checkbox. Next, you need to fill in the description of the items in the quotation. Quantity and unit price and applicable GST. At last, just click on Save and Download to save a copy on your local device, or send it to clients directly via mail. So there you go, your quotation is ready.
Let's understand how to create invoices on your books. Go to your side menu and select Create Invoice option. Select the invoice date and due date for the invoice. Now choose the invoice type, whether it is B2B, business to business, or B2C, business to customer. Then select your client against whom the invoice has to be created. Now check and fill other important details like PO number, currency, bank details, etc. If everything looks fine, proceed to filling item description for invoice. Submit the quantity, item unit cost, applicable GST, HSN code, and discount if applicable. Next, fill in the special instruction for your clients and vendors. You can generate an E-Invoice for this invoice here itself by filling your E-Invoice credentials. Set up a due date reminder to give a subtle nudge to your clients over mail on a set frequency. You can also send this same invoice to your clients on a regular interval by setting up your recurring invoice frequency. At last, you can save and download this invoice or directly mail the invoice to your clients. You can see how automated accounting provides so much efficiency and give you control over your business with your books. So, start creating your invoices on your books and enjoy the automated accounting. How to create recurring invoice.
Click on the Invoice button and select an older invoice or create a fresh recurring invoice. Once you are done filling all the required fields, scroll down and check the Recurring Invoice option. Configure the frequency at which you want to push the invoice, weekly, monthly, or yearly. Choose the start and end date of your recurring invoice. Once done, you can either download the invoice to your local device or mail it to your client at once. You can go to your recurring invoices and delete the invoice in case you want to stop pushing invoices to your client. And boom, there you have your recurring invoices.
Let's understand how to handle payments on your books.
Let's manage and access the status of your due and paid payments from the Payments tab. To access it, go to the side menu and click on the Payment tab. Click on the Make Payment tab. First, select the invoice number against which you want to register a received payment. Fill up other important details like who made the payment, the nature of the payment, and the bank account in which you have received it. Existing payment shows if there's any amount received against the respective invoice. Now choose if there is any TDS applicable to the payment. Select through which mode of transaction you have received the payment.
Fill up the transaction number,
And at last, click on the Save button and boom, your payment is saved. Once done, you can check the receipt received against the payment. You can also go to View Invoice and check the status of your payment. You will find your payment marked in green. Or go to Payment History to check your payment's status. So now you know how to use your payment tab. Hope you find this helpful. Have a great day.
Let's understand expenses on YourBooks.
Let's understand how expense works. Go to your side menu. Click on Expense Purchase tab. Here you get 4 sub-tabs: Add Expense, View Expense, Make Payment, and View Payment. Now let's create a new expense. Select Date of Expense. Choose GSTR 3B period for which the expense is applicable. Fill in the invoice number. Select the company against which the expense is being made. Click the checkbox if the payment is already made. This is just for your record, so if you haven't made the payment yet, you can skip this. In case you have made payment, select the payment date and bank account from which the amount was paid. You can also upload a supporting for the same. Choose Nature of Expense. Enter the amount and applicable GST. Enter the name of person making the expense. Choose the TDS amount applicable on invoice. At last, click on Save. Woo-hoo! Your expense is saved with YourBooks.
Let's understand how to add a new client vendor in YourBooks. Go to your side menu and click on Add Client Vendor tab. Click on Add Client Vendor tab. Now you can fill in all these details in case you want to add a single client, or you can upload your client vendor list here. Just download the sample Excel and fill up the data accordingly. Make sure you don't make any errors while creating this Excel. Next, go back to YourBooks and upload the Excel here. In case you want to add a single user, fill up the GST number in this field, and our smart system will automatically populate the remaining fields. Next, select the company type, whether it's a client or vendor. You can add the mobile number and email address of your client or vendor. Now check the billing address details, and you can uncheck this box if the shipping address is different from the billing address, or you can keep it the same as the billing address as per your requirement. At last, click on Save, and boom, your client vendor is saved with you on YourBooks. You can go on the client vendor list anytime and make any required changes. So add all your clients' vendors at once and make your accounting more efficient with YourBooks. Let's understand purchase order on YourBooks.
Let's understand how purchase order works. Click on your side menu and go to the Purchase Order option. You can create a new purchase order or view all your POs here. So let's create a new purchase order. Select the date for the PO. Choose the vendor type Saved if your vendor is already saved, and choose the Unsaved vendor option if you haven't saved the vendor details. Choose the vendor for whom you want to create the PO. Edit the PO number if required. Fill in the quotation number. Now fill in all the other important fields like description of the product, quantity, unit cost, GST applied, HSN number, and applied discount if any. Now fill up terms and condition of this purchase order. Once all these details are filled, click on Save and Download option or Save and Send email option, and woohoo! Your professional purchase order is ready! Hey there! Are you a business owner or an aspiring entrepreneur who is tired of spending hours filling GST returns? Well, here's a tutorial of how you can file your GST in less than a minute with YourBooks, your accounting solution.
Hi, so I will be sharing how you can file GSTR1 using YourBooks in less than 1 minute, I would say. So I will, my screen is shared. I'll just go log into YourBooks and we'll go to GST tab. And we'll click on GSTR1 as I need to file GSTR1 for now. And side by side I will show you how that happens on GSTR portal as well. You can just go to GSTR portal and we are filing it for the month of January. So we'll check this GSTR1 for the month of January. Let's say click on this and it says as you can see there's nothing, no invoices out there. I will show you once I'm done, once I file GSTR1 from YourBooks, how these invoices appears here. So when you click GSTR1, it will show you by default for the running month, and this is all real data. I will be showing you how you can file real data on GSTR1. So I will choose the month January. So it will show me all the invoices I raised for the month of January here. I can see. So I would also like to tell you that what GSTR1 is. GSTR1 is nothing but you're just sharing your sales or invoices, whatever you want to name it. So your sales or invoices need to go to government portal. I'm showing them what your sales for the month was. And the last date to file GSTR1 is 11th of the next month for monthly filing frequency and 13th of the next month for quarterly filing frequency. GST frequency is what government has given us provision that we can skip filing of GSTR1 every month if your turnover is less than 5 CR. And what happens is if you fall into the category of filing GSTR1 quarterly, then you have to mandatorily file your GSTR1 by after the end of the quarter, that is before 13th of April, and then April, May, June, July, 13th of July, and so on. But if you choose to file your GSTR1 or GST, if your filing frequency is monthly, then it is mandatory to file your GSTR1 and 3D every month, even if you're making any sales or not. In case you're not making any sale, then you can file null GSTR1. So I'll show you if your sale is not null, then I'll show you how you can file it immediately from there. Although for the null GSTR1 filing as well, you can use YourBooks to file null GST in less than 30 seconds, I would say. So I can see all the sale of January. So as I said, GSTR1 is nothing but the sales of your company, and government needs to know what was your sale for the last month, so that it can say what all GST you're supposed to pay to government. And we also show GST. Another thing government needs is the HSN summary when you file GSTR1. So as you can see on the screen, it is showing sale of the last month, for the month of January, and HSN summary, what all HSN codes you made these sales against. There is another thing that government needs to know is credit notes or debit notes if you created for the last month. So I'll skip credit notes or debit notes for this video. I'll tell you what credit notes or debit notes are. It's not very complicated, but let's skip for this video. So as I can see all the invoices out there, what I just need to do is, of course, I should review it from here, and all of these invoices are correct or not. If you need to make any change, you can go to invoices and you can edit any invoice you feel like. So in case everything is okay, you just need to hit save button. If you can see, there is some reset button and File GST1 button is disabled for this point, which will be enabled once this GST1 is saved. It takes generally 3 to 4 to 5 seconds. So here it comes the success. So that says your GST1 is saved on GST portal with this reference number. You can go and check GST portal if you want to review if all the invoices were saved or not, whatever your sale was for the last month. I'll just go to GST portal. Here you go, and we'll check if all the invoices came over here or not. So I'll choose the month January and say search. So although this says ready to file, means something is saved. I would just like to check what all invoices have been saved. So here you can see it says 9 B2B invoices and 5 B2C invoices were there. So 5 B2C invoices doesn't mean that there were 5 B2C invoices, but that says if you just go inside, that says for these different states you made the sale for B2C, and you need not to worry about B2C large or B2C small. We take care of that. We take care of everything like that. So I will quickly check if how many B2B were there. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. I would say all invoices. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. There were 9 B2B invoices, the rest of them were B2C invoices. So that's what GST1 says when it is saved. So once it is saved, you can, then this reset and file GST button is enabled. You can reset GST1 and everything will be 0 if you feel like, or you can file the GST right away. So it takes generally 5 to 10 seconds to save your GST1, and then I'll just say file. So it will ask me for ABC OTP. So I'll just enter the ABC OTP that I have received. So I'll enter ABC OTP 8221 and just say submit OTP and file. Here you go, your GST1 is filed. This took another 5 seconds, I would say. So in total, if we remove the point, the time when you reviewed your invoices or did something like that, it takes generally 15 seconds. 5 to 10 seconds in saving GST1, and then another 5 to 10 seconds to file your GST1 using the OTP. I will still go and check. The message says your GST1 has been filed. It is the acknowledgement number. So I'll just go and check GST portal again to see if GST1 is filed or not. I'll choose the month January. Say search. Here you go. Status says filed. So generally you don't have to come to GST portal to file GST1 or GST3B, but I was just letting you review if you want to check if everything is done fine or not and all. So this GST1 is filed, and generally takes 1 to 2 minutes while reviewing it and all, just to make sure that everything is fine. That's it. Thank you.
Hope that this was helpful. You can also reach out us at support@YourBooks.in for any query related to your accounting. We'll be happy to help you.